All right, we are live here. It is Tribe Talk Tuesday. I am super pumped to be here with you. My name is Paul North with TribeNetworkers.com. And if we're meeting for the first time, I help entrepreneurs, network marketers, and online people just really help you attract your tribe for more leads, more sales, and really to create that lifestyle that you're looking for. So we've got some good stuff here. As you're hopping on here, let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, and if you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and comment #replay. Now, this live tonight is brought to you by what we see on social media all the time, which is people chasing after people. Now, there is a way that you can do it, and you can definitely semi-chase people, but not hound people, right? And that's where we get that commission breath. That's where we get to be spammy. And so if you are done chasing after people, if you are done feeling like you have commission breath, if you are done like over it being that person that has products all over your newsfeed, products with the company name and the product name all over your stories or Instagram reels or what have you, then this live is what you'll want to check out, like this one right here, okay? Because that's what we're going to be talking about. So question for you is, and I've got my notes here to the right of me, so if you see me looking over, that's what I'm doing because I got to make sure I don't get squirrel syndrome, okay? I get distracted and it can be really easy to do that. So the question I have for you is what are you doing right now to build your business, your team? What, more specifically, what methods are you using right now to build your business? This is the question I have for you. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're doing right now to build your business, all right? So we've got Lori. Lori, my friend, how are you? Great to see you on here tonight. Great to have you. So pop you on the screen there because I always appreciate my loyal followers, my loyal peeps. And here's the thing, if you guys don't know, I'm looking to venture in joint with people that are also in network marketing, but aren't necessarily in the industry I'm in. So I'm always looking for that. So let me know what industry you're in because I love to get exposure. If you're in health and wellness though, it's a no-go because I want to make sure we're in different non-competing industries, all right? However, I help all network marketers here. So now, tonight's live is going to be really good because we're talking about not chasing after people. So if you want to bring people to you, hey, Susie, how are you, my friend? Great to have you on. If you want to attract people to you and not chase after people, this live is for you. And so the question, first of all, I have for you is what industry are you in? Are you in health and wellness? Are you in the cryptocurrency space? Are you in essential oils? Are you in, my gosh, there's other ones, skincare, hair care? What are you in? Drop it down below. I'd love to know. Now, if you are feeling like I'm done chasing people, how do I get people to ask me about my business? How can I finally transform the actions, I'm taking into actual concrete results, right? Then here's the thing, you can do that without posting your product with the company. Now, let me clarify, you can post your products on your feed, okay? But my high recommendation to you, you can take it or leave it, is to leave out the company name and to leave out the product name. Here's why. When you do that, what do people do? They will Google. I'm a big Googler, okay? That's even a word, but I love to Google. And so, I'll check things out. And I have before, like millions of people do. If you're putting your product name on your page, I will go and find it cheaper somewhere. I will go on eBay and find it cheaper somewhere, okay? That's just how we are, all right? So when you can control that and you can build that know, like, and trust first, you will get people reaching out to you more and be more successful with, keeping people in your ecosystem, right? That's the reason why, that's the big reason why you don't want to put your company name out there or your product name out there. Images of your product and you're covering up maybe the product name with your finger or the company name or both are fine when you do what I'm going to talk about tonight, all right? So First of all, you might be asking, how do you do this? How do you do this, Paul? Then if I don't post my product name out there, if I don't post my company name, what the heck am I supposed to do, right? Here's the thing. It all starts with one word, all right? It starts with one word. It starts with curiosity. Now, by the end of this live, I'm going to give you something, a freebie of the week, which we're going to talk about. It's completely free to you, but it's going to help you build a platform so that way when you're doing all these curiosity posts, you've got like level playing ground to compete with other people, all right? So here's the thing. And then we've got Sarah on. Sarah, hey, how are you, my friend? Now, here's the thing. It all starts with curiosity. That's the one thing. You've got to start with curiosity. So if you are using curiosity, great. If you're not, this is a live worth paying attention to. Now, there are three, at least, now we're going to stick to like Facebook, okay? I'm very familiar with Instagram, YouTube, but Facebook is my jam. That's where over 2 billion people hang out. So that's the platform I choose to master each and every day. However, you can apply these same strategies on Instagram, YouTube, like Pinterest, all those out there, right? Clubhouse. Yeah, you can. So there are three free types of curiosity posts that you can use specifically on Facebook. So since you're watching this on Facebook, let's talk about the three types of posts that you can use, all right? So the first one is your basic text-based posts in the newsfeed, all right? So that's number one. When you're scrolling through and you're seeing stuff in your newsfeed and you're swiping up or down, that's your newsfeed, right? So that's the first place that you can do your curiosity posts. And we'll talk about like a few examples here for you. The second one that you can do is Facebook Lives. That's another area on Facebook like this that you can do your curiosity-based information directly in and actually get some movement on, okay? And get people reaching out to you and basically saying, hey, tell me more. So I got my good juice here. All right, all natural, of course. The third place that you can do your curiosity-based information, and this is my favorite because it's huge, it's micro content also. It's Facebook stories, all right? Now, Facebook stories is by far my absolute favorite place to grab someone's attention. So like, for example, tonight's live, I'll give you a perfect example of this, okay? So this live that you're on right now, I have someone that, actually a couple people that reached out to me and said they wouldn't be able to watch this live. One person asked if it was on the replay. The other person asked, if I hop on regularly because of seeing the Facebook story, right? So just by that Facebook stories, people know that like I'm here live tonight. Think about what drives you to like see where people are. Ask yourself that question in your head. What brought you here? What brought you to someone else's platform? Or what brought you to someone else's course? Some type of advertising, a Facebook ad, Facebook stories, Facebook newsfeed, these things actually work. So it's really important to promote, right? But promote in a way that's not salesy or spammy, right? So we're going to talk about this a little bit deeper tonight because it is Tribe Talk Tuesday Q&A. And so I've got to make sure that I deliver. And we go a little bit deeper on Tribe Talk Tuesdays. So Angeline, my friend, how are you? Live from New York. Whoop, whoop. All right. We got you on, girl. All right. So got a little bit of energy tonight. So, all right. So here are some examples of some curiosity posts that you can actually use. Like this is a formula. Okay. So if you are in health and wellness, if you are in the cryptocurrency space, if you are in skincare, hair care, any of those, you can use like a template, okay? Like these formats to adjust to you what you do. All right, so let's say, for example, that you are in like helping people repair their credit. One of my friends is really into like rocking her stories, helping people repair their credit. However, she's not sharing the name of her company. She's not sharing like the name of the products or anything like that. And I'm desperately trying to get her on and interview her so I can share her story, even though I'm in health and wellness, right? We're non-competing. So I want to share her story here on Facebook. So that way, you know, we're connecting with other network marketers, right? So here's a curiosity-based post that, you could use for that. So I increased my credit score by 50, right? 50, however that looks on the screen, 50 points in 1 month with this one trick. Now, if you are someone that's looking for, to increase their credit score, you're looking to buy a home, you're looking to buy a new car, and your credit score isn't quite up to snuff, right? And I'm in health and wellness in my network marketing company. However, I have 13 plus years in like the financial world myself. So I know like this would provoke curiosity. All right. So if you say something in your Facebook stories or your Facebook Live or your Facebook news feed and say something to the effect, I increased my credit score by 50 points in 1 month with this one trick. And then you share the story about that, right? So it could be the impact from that. So that's the leading part of your Facebook story or your like Facebook news feed. And then you follow through with that, like build that story out, right? I increased my credit score by 50 points with this one trick. And it's allowed me to buy the car of my dreams. Can you believe it? And now we're going to be going on a trip. And I'm so excited to be taking my BMW 3SI, whatever, dream car down on a road trip to see my sister or family in Florida, So you can build a story around that, but guess what? We told a story, but we didn't give away what the one trick was, right? So that's really important. Now, here's another one for health and wellness, all right? So another one for health and wellness, and let me know if you're getting value out of this because I'm like super, if you can't tell, I'm like really pumped to share this with you. Now, here is another one for health and wellness, all right? So if you are in health and wellness, this is a great hack for you. So a great share, great tip to create curiosity. With this one hack, ... your ellipses, with this one hack, I dropped 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Awesome, Susan, glad you're getting value. I dropped 10 pounds in 2 weeks and still, okay, introduce a contrarian idea, something that like totally counteracts like what you would think would have brought the weight loss. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off. With one hack, I dropped 10 pounds in 2 weeks and still had pizza and wine. Boom. Wouldn't you love to know what that is? So that's really important. Now, I think I paused there for just a moment. So, but anyways, so that's a really powerful way to deliver curiosity, is to totally get people curious, but then get them to think, that's not what I thought, right? That's not what I thought. Now, these skills are actually part of a copywriting course I'm going through right now. It's like a couple hundred pages, all right? But it's amazing what you can do just by tweaking words, by using words intentionally to grab someone's attention in the newsfeed, right? Wouldn't you agree? So those are a couple of examples of what you can do with curiosity and saying, I used this one thing, or by doing this one trick, or by doing this one hack, I ... You can flip that around. I lost 10 pounds with this simple trick. And then look at my results. You can do a before and after. Don't post the product name. Don't post the company name. Definitely show an image of your product. Just don't show the name with it. So people are curious, right? So you may have like a weight loss product. You may have like something in skincare. You may have this amazing coffee product. Any of that stuff that helps people lose weight. Those are things that can help people, right? So get it out there. Be an advocate. Go share how you can help solve people's problems. Now, here's the second part of this, okay? So in my notes here, I have, what do people need to know? What I'm promoting to get them to enroll or to move forward, right? And so that's the question I would ask here. And like I said, I've got to keep notes because I get squirrel syndrome, but it's going to be different for everybody, all right? It's going to be different for everybody. So now here's the thing. There's 3 things that might help you with crafting your curiosity posts, all right? So the first question is, and these are questions you want to ask. So if you are in health and wellness, for example, and maybe it is someone's feeling bogged down, they just don't have enough energy anymore, they're low on energy, and there's a reason I have really high energy right now, even at like a quarter after 6 Central Time right now. Like it's getting ready to be bedtime here in what, the next 3-4 hours, 5 hours here. But I'm still running strong. I've got more energy than ever because I'm doing one simple hack. All right. So you can introduce that to people, but like ask the question to yourself, 3 questions. Number 1, what's keeping them stuck? What's holding someone back? All right. If you can answer that question, then you'll be able to more impactfully create your curiosity post and weave that in and generate some excitement. Because guess what? If that thing that's holding them back is no longer holding them back, what will they be capable of then? All right. Because for me, just an example, all right, for me, what I struggled with over the last year has been energy. All right. I'm 43, going to be 44 here in like 6 months. And so for me, it's really important, number 1, to have energy. At this stage of my life, I'm practically middle age, which is weird to say. I don't feel like that, but I'm middle age, all right, almost 44. But for me, it's really important to have energy. It's really important to be able to move and be really like nimble and very quick, right? I mean, that's really important for me. There's a lot of people in my age group that just are slowing down. I'm not ready to slow down, all right? So if you are in health and wellness and I'm your target market, you'd want to be speaking to my energy levels. Have you been struggling with energy levels? Have you been struggling with, keeping like your mojo during the day? If so, I've got one hack that can keep you running like you are 21 or whatever, right? You make up your post. It's your deal. It's your creativity. It's your personality, right? You can see my personality coming through here through this live. So copywriting is really about just talking how you talk, right? So like I'm unscripted completely, but I have a script. Like I have my bullet points of what I'm going to say, but I have what I'm going to be talking about so I don't get distracted, all right? So ask that one question. What's holding them back or keeping them stuck? So, and if someone can type these questions in the comments, that would be awesome. If you can't, no big deal. But here's the thing. Second one, what critical info is the person, your prospect, your perfect prospect, the person that you're trying to help sell your stuff to, right? But really solve a problem, create a transformation in their lives. So what critical info are they missing to solve their issue or problem? You have the solution to what they're looking for, and they don't even know it. But what you have to do is create that story around that, right? Create that curiosity around that. Share that you are the person that can solve that problem for them at the end of the day, because you are, all right? You are the person that can solve that problem, bar none. You are amazing. You just have to let people know, like, how amazing your stuff is, but more importantly, what it can do for them, the benefits, all right? So the last thing, number 3, is what revelation or realization do they need to move forward, all right? What revelation or realization do they need to move forward so they can have that transformation that they're looking for, whether it's weight loss, whether it's fuller hair, whether it's brighter skin, whether it's that better credit score, whether it is that dream lifestyle of traveling that they've always wanted. Maybe you're in tour and travel, right? So those are things that you can do. Now, when you create that curiosity, this is the big thing that happens, all right? And I know you've been waiting for this. You've been on for a while. What happens is you create what's called a reverse invite. You create what's called a reverse invite. If you're creating that curiosity in the first place, you tell this amazing story, you talk about the impact, you talk about how you lost 10 pounds in 1 week or 2 weeks. Maybe that's a lot in 1 week, but 2 weeks, okay? If you create curiosity in 2 weeks, Angeline, I'm glad you're getting value out of this. If you create that curiosity, then what happens is you create a reverse invite by having what's called a CTA or a call to action. Okay. So maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but it's really important to hone in on your call to action in such a way that people are reaching out to you, right? That people are reaching out to you. It's really important. Angeline said, boom, it's right up my alley. So awesome. Glad it is, my friend. Now, it is so important for people to reach out. Now, let me use Angeline here as an example, all right? So, Angeline, I'm hoping it's okay with you. I use you as an example because we are in a non-competing industry here. So, with each other. So I would jump on a live with you and promote you. So we need to do that. But here's the thing is Angeline came from, and I love hearing her story. If you haven't checked out her story, you need to follow Angeline, all right? But see, this is why Angeline comes on here too, because she knows I'm going to promote the heck out of her. So, but because Angeline provides value, here's the thing. And Angeline, ooh, yeah, let's do it. I will totally do that with you. But Angeline provides value, and she has a podcast that's called Let's Break the Silence, all right? And what Angeline does, which is really, really powerful, all right? And this is especially powerful for women, all right? So if you've been in any sort of domestic violence, if you've been, sexually harassed, Angeline has a podcast called Let's Break the Silence about stopping that, about stopping the pattern, about breaking that pattern. And it's all about her sharing her story. I would highly recommend you follow Angeline's page and her story, even though I've never personally bought from Angeline. Angeline knows that I get value from what she does, and she jumps on here. She supports me. I support her, and I'm going to shout from the rooftops, you need to follow Angeline because she provides value for women looking on how to break the silence, all right? On how to get out of a bad domestic violence situation. And by sharing her story and creating curiosity, she is able to do that, all right? So this is what this whole live is about, is being able to create that curiosity. And Angeline knows how to create those calls to action. So it's very, very powerful to do that. And Susie, you said, yes, need to redo the curiosity, and that's okay. And is it okay? I'll posture the question this way. Is it okay that go through and back through the same journey that maybe you've been on before, but you restart all over, right? And this is a great segue into our freebie for this week. You're definitely welcome, Angeline. I am happy to give you that shout out. But here's the thing. Is it okay if we go through that same journey, that same path to go through what we've gone through before? And it seems like it's the same stuff, but it looks a little different. Maybe it looks quite a bit different. But what Susie is, and Susie, I'm glad you brought this up, is I need to redo the curiosity. Awesome. Because here's the thing. Every time I jump on a training, it seems like it might be the same training. I always, most times, learn at least one new thing. Seriously, I always at least learn one new thing, because either it's completely new to me and it's completely French and I'm like, wow, I had no idea. Or there's just like a tiny little tweak and I'm seeing something from a different vantage point. I'm like, oh, that's why that didn't work, or that's why this didn't work the way I wanted it to, right? It's so important to just pay attention, to our weekly I'm on my team trainings every single week. A lot of the information, it's the same information, but every single week, we have a team training. We have an amazing culture, very supportive upline, very supportive team, but everybody does a piece of training every week, different leaders, and there's always something to take away. So whether it's your team training or lives like this, there's always something to take away. Now, it's also important to know, all right, that everything that we've talked about here to now, like right now, will not work. It won't work if you don't have that know, like, and trust. If you don't have people that know you, like you, and trust you to some degree, okay? I'm not saying you have to trust me 100%, but in the realm of network marketing, I hope you do, because I've been in the industry for over 3 years. We're all like trustworthy to a certain degree in different areas, right? So like, let me give you an example. I wouldn't say trust me if you wanted me to fix your car. That would be a bad that would be a bad decision. I can change tires, I can change the oil, but if you wanted me to do anything mechanical in your car, that would not be wise. All right. Now, with network marketing, yes, you can trust me with network marketing. With banking and helping you with your finances, yes, I'm absolutely trustworthy. All right. So I just want to give you some clarity on that. It's like, am I trustworthy overall? I think it's very specific. All right. So you don't want me to work in your car, but you do want me as an ally to help you in network marketing, because I'm always coming out with free resources for my people, my team, my tribe, and that's what I value. Now, reeling this all in, the curiosity will not work. And Susie, you're absolutely right. You have to have the trust, right? You just have to have the trust. Now, to create that trust, you need to launch your business the right way. You need to make sure that you're doing the right things day in and day out. So what I'm going to share with you here is I always want to make sure I provide a freebie at the end of every single Tribe Talk Tuesday. All right. Brought you this last week. I want to make sure I provide it to you again. And the good thing is this is now live, so you can download it for free. I'm going to put the, let's see, the link right there. There we go. tribenetworkers.com/launch guide. All right. So this is your 7-step launch guide to network marketing. All right. So I put in a lot of heart, a lot of thought behind what I would have wanted when I first started in network marketing. That's what this is. All right. So in this guide, I'm going to show you, I'm going to just kind of give you a quick walkthrough. Okay. So it talks about like diving in right here. Okay. Gives you the 7 things that you need. Now, the first thing is mapping out your goals and dreams, talks about that. All right. But it's really important. It's really important. Your purpose is really, really important. All right. So areas for you to write that down in this next page here. Deciding, all right, I might have bumped into my mic there, but deciding how you want to grow specifically. So listing on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Clubhouse, all those things. Other tools, website, email list. You need to have an email list. If you don't have one, reach out to me. I will help you with that. Podcast that you can do, webinar. You don't have to do all these, but they're really important. But email list is non-negotiable. All right. In-person, coffee shop meetings, home parties, hotel events. And then you can have organic, which is free, non-paid, right? But nothing's ever free. If you saw one of my Facebook stories the other day. And then paid advertising, all right? So it has all those things here for you. Now, the next page is really important. Now, this is really important, again, so you build that know, like, and trust, so your curiosity posts actually work, all right? So let's see here. Oh, so pick the niche that you're in. So if you're in a niche, awesome. You can use this to relaunch your business as well, all right? The pay plan, what kind of pay plan are you in? They're not all the same, all right? My favorite is binary. I love binary plans. I don't like the unilevel plans because they're all over the place. It's like 16 like structures. You have to do crazy stuff. All right. Okay. Plug into a duplicatable system. All right. Gives you different ideas of what's duplicatable, a team roadmap, a company roadmap, internal groups, the ATM, the ad tag message method. All right. So those are all here. And let's see here. I know, Angeline, I completely agree with you. Binary is much better. That's my personal opinion anyways. All right. Online events are duplicatable. Team training, company training. All that's really, really important. I'm just reading from my screen here as well. Having a proven content plan. Is it proven? Is it working for your team? All right. Creating a solid DMO. You can create your own DMO, all right? But here are things that you'd want in that, all right? Being consistent and talking about mentorship. So that is all in here for you in the 7-step launch guide. So that is free. Again, it's just at tribenetworkers.com/launch guide. And you can pick that up or you can share that. So with your team, what have you, tons of value. And it really gets you, if you sit down with it for a good hour or 2 hours, even a half hour and break it up, I promise you it will make a difference. So I'm using these strategies in my business to help. Now I'm going to go back to really quick, the Facebook stories that I ran just for like these lives tonight. A lot of people don't know. And I tested it. When I run stories and say, hey, I'm going to be live, I get more people jump on the replays. I look at my views and everything like that. My metrics say otherwise if I don't post a stories to announce. So make sure that you're using Facebook stories. Make sure that you're using your feed, all that stuff. So yes, let me know if you got value out of this live tonight. Great to have you on. Let's give some shout outs. So Lori, great to have you on. Susie, great to have you on, my friend. Sarah, thank you for jumping on. Angeline, as always, thank you for jumping on. Let's definitely plan that live. I'd love to do that with you. Let's break the silence because that is really important. I have sisters. I feel very passionate about that. And, of course, my mom. All of them went through, something, I need to keep it like on the DL, it's their stories and everything like that, but very strong women, because of them standing up and being their own advocates. I'm just going to say that. So it's really important to break that silence. But thank you all for jumping on. And if you're watching this on the replay again, go ahead and comment #replay. We are live again. Tribe Talk Tuesday Q&A is live every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, this live's a wrap. We'll talk to you and see you next week.